Sank says, hello there, Abe. My name is Camilo, and I'm a junior 3D artist and want to focus mainly on character creation. I like realistic style, God of War kinda, and have been developing my skill in 3D for at least 2 years now. My experience sculpting less than a year. I love this world and learn this shit one day. There we go. Cool. Yeah. Got some cool stuff here. Definitely stylized. This is not what I would call realistic. It's a little bit more in the stylized side of things. But you got some good proportions, man. That's one of the tricky parts to get at first. So you got some good proportions. I love the texture. Well, look at that. We were just talking about this, right? Like the complexity on the textures, the variations in colors and everything. I would definitely recommend you check the anatomy course if you haven't, because there's a couple of anatomy things that we can improve, forms specifically. But proportions are nice, and that's a good start. Nice. I like this one. I've always liked the sort of like mystical shaman-looking elements. We definitely need to improve a little bit more on the modeling side of things. Like these straps, they look very weak. They look like they're just floating on the character. And there's a specific technique. We show this on the Oni course where I can show you how to make sure that they really feel like they're going across the character. What other softwares can be used instead of Marmoset? For what, Lautaro? For rendering? Blender. If you don't want to pay anything, just render in Blender or Unreal Engine even. If you want a texture, you only have the big options are Substance Painter, Marmoset, and freaking 3D Code. Those are like the 3 big ones. Yeah, this is good, man. Full body as well. My recommendation, if you want to be a character artist, Camilo, you need to start practicing more on doing full body stuff. This is way too many UVs for just a portrait like this one. The UV like distribution is not bad. I've never seen this one, to be honest, like front and back on the same place, but it's not bad. Like it works. It's just that I feel like the textures are fine, but for some reason here they look very blurry. I'm not sure what you're using to render. It seems like you're using Marmoset. I would try to I would try to push the textures a little bit more. The sculpting looks good. Like this sculpt, good sculpt. And actually the leather bands here, they look nice. I'm not sure why they look a little bit not as nice on the final render. Did you not do the bakes? I think you might be missing a little bit on the shrink back stuff, because I feel like you lost a lot of form from your sculpt to this one. If you haven't seen the retopology course, that might be another one that might be helpful for you. Is it good to render our character in Marmoset or Unreal for a portfolio? Marmoset is fine. Marmoset is fine. I want to get Disney-like character style. How to learn it? That's a little bit more... You still need to sculpt. Like, most people do sculpting inside of ZBrush and then they retopo for clean elements. Ulises, sí, lo que acabo de mencionar está en el curso de Substance. Está en inglés, el curso está en inglés, pero si tienes dudas me puedes mandar pregunta. Y sí hablo español. Would you recommend also learning Mari for texturing for the games industry? No, for games, Substance is usually more than enough. Mari is used more in the film industry because you're working with really big UDIM sets, like really big UDIM sets.